Hi everybody, so let's go ahead and get started with our Unit 3 review part 1. This is the first lesson actually for our review, and we'll do another one tomorrow. Let's go ahead and just jump right in. This first question is asking us to solve each system by elimination. State of the system is consistent or inconsistent and independent or dependent. Okay, so let's talk about these terms first. Okay, if something is consistent, okay, that means that there's a solution. In other words, there's an answer. Okay, that's important to know. It's consistent because there's a solution. If something is independent, okay, that means that there's only one solution set. In other words, there's one X and one Y. Okay, so on this one, it's asking us to solve using elimination. You can use elimination, you can use substitution, you can use Desmos. I would like for you to practice your substitution and elimination skills, but if you just want to use Desmos to solve, that's okay. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm actually going to use substitution on this one. I think substitution might be the best way of doing this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this x minus 7y equals negative 22, and I'm going to add 7y to both sides. So I get x equals 7y minus 22. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to substitute it in the first equation. So I'm going to say 8. And x, instead of x, I'm going to put 7y minus 22 plus 5y equals 7. Okay, I need to distribute. 8 times 7 is 56y. And then 8 times 22. Let's do that. Let's do 8 times 22. Okay, is 176. We're going to have negative 176 plus 5y equals 7. We'll combine these, so we get 61y minus 176 equals 7. We'll add 176 to both sides. So we get 61y equals, and then 176 plus 7 is 183. And then we'll divide both sides by 61. Okay, so we get y equals 3. So we know there's going to be an answer, right? Okay, we were able to get this y value here. To get x, we're going to take this and we're going to plug it in here. So we'll say x equals 7 times 3 minus 22. So x equals 7 times 3 is 21 minus 22. So x equals 21 minus 22 is negative 1. So our solution here would be negative 1, 3. And we do have a solution. So this is consistent. And it's only one solution, right? This is just one x, one y. And so that means that it is also independent. Okay. This is your final answer. All right, let's go ahead and work on another one. So same situation, we want to determine if it's consistent or inconsistent, independent or dependent. For this one, I actually think I'm going to use elimination. And the way we're going to do that is we have this negative x minus 7y equals negative 13. Negative 8x minus 14y equals negative 20. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this whole top equation by 2. Actually, let's make it negative 2. Okay, we're going to distribute it to everybody in here. So what happens here is we're going to have negative 2 times negative x is a positive 2x. Negative 2 times 7y is plus 14y. Equals negative 2 times negative 13 is a positive 26. We'll bring down the second equation there. We'll say negative 8x minus 14y equals negative 20. 2x minus 8x is negative 6x. 14y minus 14y eliminates. And 26 minus 20 is 6. Divide both sides by negative 6. I get x equals negative 1. Cool. So we can take this and we can substitute it into one of the equations. I'm actually going to put it into the first one. That negative x minus 7y equals negative 13. So we're going to say negative, and you got to be careful with all these negatives, right? Minus 7y equals negative 13. Negative times negative is positive, so 1 minus 7y equals negative 13. Subtract 1 from both sides. So we get negative 7y equals negative 14. Divide both sides by negative 7. I get y equals 2. So our solution here would be negative 1, 2. It's one. We have an answer, so it'll be consistent. Okay. It'll also be, because we have one answer, it's independent. And you'll pick the multiple choice answer that goes with that. Okay. Again, you can always use Desmos to check your work, but the main thing is understanding that it is consistent and independent. Let's go ahead and move on. Okay, so we got to solve for x and y, but then you see here, what is the value of x plus y? So this is a little added thing here, guys. So we're going to have this system, and let's go ahead and use elimination to solve this. We can say 2x plus y equals negative 5, x minus y equals 2, and we'll just add up these two equations. 2x plus 1x is 3x, y minus y simplifies out, equals negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3. Divide both sides by 3, I get x equals negative 1. We can take this and we'll substitute it into the second equation, that x minus y equals 2. So then we'll say negative 1 minus y equals 2. So negative 1 minus y equals 2. We'll add 1 to both sides. Negative y equals 3. So y equals negative 3. Okay, well, with this, we gotta do x plus y. So with that x plus y, we're gonna say negative 1 plus negative 3 equals negative 4. And this is your overall answer, negative 4. Because we took the x, we took the y, and we added them together. You just got to be careful what the question is asking you to do. Okay, let's go ahead and do another one. Same situation, right? What is the value of x plus y? So when I saw this one, we'll use elimination again. So we'll say 6x plus 5y equals negative 13. Negative 2x minus 5y equals 1. When we add these up, 6x minus 2x is 4x. 5y minus 5y eliminates, equals negative 13 plus 1 is negative 12. Divide both sides by 4. I get x equals negative 3. We'll take that negative 3, we'll substitute it in. We can go ahead and we'll substitute in the second equation, that negative 2x minus 5y equals 1. So negative 2 times negative 3 minus 5y equals 1. Negative 2 times negative 3 is 6. Minus 5y equals 1. Subtract 6 from both sides. I get negative 5y equals negative 5. Divide both sides by negative 5. I get y equals 1. But our answer says that we have to do x plus y. So negative 3 plus 1, okay, is negative 2. This is your final answer. Again, you can use Desmos to get your x and your y, but then you want to take those values, add them up, and that's how you get that final value there at the end. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, the following solution questions have no solution. Explain why. Okay, this is interesting. When we have no solution, that means that the slopes have to be the same. Same slopes. So we need to prove that the slope is the same. Okay. To do that, we'll take that first equation. We'll say 16x plus 14y equals 21. And we're going to write this in y-intercept form, or slope-intercept form. So when we do that, we'll subtract 16x from both sides. So we get 14y equals negative 16x, okay, plus 21. We'll divide everything by 14. Okay, it simplifies that. We get y equals, so we want to start reducing these. Well, this would be the same thing as negative 8 over 7x plus 3. Okay. And then let's see what that happens if we do the same thing with the other equation, right? Let's say 8x plus 7y equals 13. We're going to move that 8x to the other side, so we'll say 7y equals negative 8x plus 13. Divide everything by 7. So I get y equals negative 8 over 7x plus 13 over 7. What we're looking at is the slope. These slopes are the same. So what we did here is we're proving that these two equations are going to go in the same direction. If we were to graph this, we would actually see something where one line would go like this, and another one would come through here, and they would never touch. So we're going to say these lines produce no intersections. Okay? Because they are parallel. Okay, these lines produce no intersections because they are parallel. And this is why they have no solution. Same slopes. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at this one here. And it's the same idea. Okay, so we want to see, like, do they have the same slopes? So we'll take this negative 12x plus 14y equals negative 19. We'll move that negative 12x to the side, so we'll say 14y equals 12x minus 19. Divide everything by 14. So I get y equals, we can reduce this would be 6 over 7x minus 19 over 14. What we're really looking at is this slope here, right? That's 6 over 7. Let's look at the other equation. We'll say negative 6x plus 7y equals negative 10. So then we'll say 7y equals 6x minus 10. Divide everything by 7. So I get y equals 6 over 7x minus 10 over 7. And you see here the slopes are the same. So we'll say parallel lines have no solutions. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. It says, okay, so we want to solve this. The school that Nicole goes to is selling tickets for the annual dance competition. On the first day of ticket sales, the school sold 5 senior citizen tickets and 4 student tickets for a total of $82. The school took in $17 on the second day by selling 1 senior citizen ticket and 1 student ticket. What is the price of 1 senior citizen ticket and 1 student ticket? Okay, so there's some important stuff that we need to identify here. So on the first day, they said 5 senior citizen and 4 student tickets for $82. So that's going to be important, right? So let's go ahead and write that down. Well, first we're going to say, let's just go ahead and say X equals senior citizen, and our Y will equal student. So we identified our variables, right? Let's set this up. We would say 5x plus 4y equals 82. And then another part says that they then made $17 by selling 1 senior citizen and 1 student. Okay, so what that means is that they did 1x plus 1y equals 17. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and we can solve this. You can solve this system using Desmos. We can solve this using elimination. However you'd like to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use elimination. Let's go ahead and multiply this whole bottom equation. Let's do it by -4. Okay, so we'll distribute everything in here. So then when we multiply this out, and let's go ahead and set this up. I will say -4 times 1 is -4x. -4 times 1y is -4y equals, okay, -4 times 17 is -68. And we're going to combine that with that 5x plus 4y equals 82. Okay. And so when we add these up, -4x plus 5y is, I'm sorry, -4x plus 5x is just 1x. -4y plus 4y simplifies out, and this is going to equal 14. So x equals 14. Well, we can take that and we can plug it into that first equation, that 1x plus 1y equals 17. We can say 14 plus y equals 17. Subtract 14. So we get that y equals 3. Okay, so that means that, and we're going to head write this out here. Senior citizen tickets are $14 and students are $3. Okay. Again, the real purpose of this, guys, is you want to practice setting up the equations, and then you can use Desmos to solve. But I want you guys to be exposed to this. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on. Last one for the day today. It says Bill and Adiba each improved their yards by planting rose bushes and geraniums. They bought their supplies from the same store. Okay, so then they start off by talking about that Bill spent $149 on 8 rose bushes, 7 geraniums, and Adiba spent $80 on 4 rose bushes and 4 geraniums. What is the cost of 1 rose and the cost of 1 geranium? Okay, so to do this, we can say, let's say that x equals roses, y equals geraniums. So with that first bit, we can say that 8x plus 7y equals 149. And then your next equation would be 4x plus 4y equals $80. Okay, we can use elimination, substitution, Desmos, however you'd like. I'm actually going to use elimination. I'll multiply everything by -2. So what happens here is -2 times 4x is -8x. -8y equals -160. And we're going to add that with the 8x plus 7y equals 149. So -8x plus 8x, that simplifies out, right? -8y plus 7y is -1y equals -160, okay? Minus 149, okay? So 160 minus 149 is 11. Actually, it'd be -11, right? Well, -y equals -11, so that means that positive y equals positive 11. Now that we have this here, we can substitute that into one of the equations. It doesn't matter which one. Let's go ahead and put it in the second one there. So we'll say 4x plus 4y equals 80. So we'll have 4x plus 4 times 11 equals 80. So 4x plus 44 equals 80. So 4x equals, well, if we do minus 44 on both sides, you get 36. Divide both sides by 4. So we get that x equals 9. So then your final answer, okay, if x is 9, so that roses are $9 and geraniums are $11. Alright guys, I hope this video helps. This is all in preparation. We will continue more skills tomorrow. Please finish up your reviews and we'll discuss some more math later. Bye guys.